Have you ever felt crushed or defensive after someone criticizes you as a mom? Have you ever felt so down when someone criticizes what you do? Now imagine you turn that criticism into a tool of your growth. Imagine you turn that criticism as an opportunity for you to grow, for you to learn, for you to become, instead of allowing that criticism to destroy your confidence as a mom. Do you constantly take criticism personally and feel like you're not good enough and feel like you're not doing so well? A lot of us find ourselves in this place. Do you overreact as a mom or become so defensive? You become so defensive in front of your children. You become defensive in front of people around you. You just become so overprotective of yourself. You defend everything. Do you constantly internalize negative comments? When people say negative things about you, do you constantly feed on it? Do you internalize it? Do you think about it? Maybe someone said you're not even good enough, or you're not even good for this position, or you're not anything, you're not worthy, or you're not my class or my kind. Do you constantly internalize these comments, this negative comments, so that it causes you, or it makes you to start to doubt yourself as a mom? Do you struggle to differentiate between constructive criticism and a criticism that is harmful? For example, something that is harmful, a judgment that is harmful is a judgment that is of no good to you. That is negative. It's not going to make you learn. It's not going to make you grow. Rather, it's going to hurt you or harm you. Or can you differentiate when someone is trying to give you a feedback that is constructive, so you can learn from it as a mom? Do you feel powerless when other people impose their opinions on you? Do you feel like you've not got a choice? You have to follow what other people are imposing on you. Do you find it difficult to say no? Do you constantly say yes to people and you say no to yourself? Do you constantly say yes to people and you put yourself down? Like my coach will always say, you're not a tree. When you feel uncomfortable in a place, you take a walk. Do you find yourself struggling taking a walk from toxic patterns, from toxic people, from toxic thoughts, from things that are not going to help you? And the truth is that if you find yourself in this, you're not alone. And that is why we're having this conversation, so we can learn. But if you remain here, it's going to erode your confidence as a mom. It's going to make you begin to see yourself less of who you are. And you're more than that. So what are we going to do as moms to step away from this place? That is why we're having this conversation today. Now, sometimes you get criticized from friends, from families, sometimes even from strangers. And most of us, when we are criticized from people that are dear or close to us, you feel it so much. But the truth is that sometimes this criticism will come. Maybe people around you do not understand your goal. They do not understand your vision. They do not understand where you're headed to. And you might get criticism here and there. But we must be careful so that it doesn't trigger us to start to doubt ourselves. We must be careful so that we don't allow what other people say to make us guilty. And that is the reason why most of us don't want to try. Most of us don't want to just come out and say something, do something, pursue that goal, pursue that vision, no matter how small it is. Because a good number of us are scared, oh, I might be criticized. Maybe people might not like what I say. But we must learn to handle criticism graciously. We must get to this point where we accept feedback and see feedback as an opportunity for us to grow as moms, for us to improve, for us to become better. We must learn from feedbacks. We must learn from our mistakes. When we do that, it increases our confidence. So when someone is trying to put you down by criticizing you, you can choose a different perspective from that criticism. You can choose the perspective that is positive, that will make you grow, that will make you become better. So criticism doesn't have to define your worth as a parent. Your worth is already there. As a mom, you're worthy, you are enough. Criticism just gives you an opportunity for you to learn, for you to step above it, for you to pick your lessons and move. When someone criticizes you on something, you don't have to feel unworthy. There's a saying I heard that don't allow other people's opinion about you define your reality. Are you the type of mom that is allowing every other opinion about you define your reality? When someone says you're not worthy, you feel unworthy. When someone says no, you feel you're not good enough. We must step away from that. We must learn to respond with criticism, with calm. You must learn to be calm, even in the face of criticism. You must learn to reflect and discern. What am I going to pick from this? What are my lessons from this? And we must build in our resilience. As moms, resilience to be able to take constructive feedback with grace. Because when we do that, our children are learning. Now, when we do all this, when we're able to get to this place where we see a different perspective, when people criticize you, it strengthens your confidence. And it also teaches you and your children emotional intelligence. So as moms, we must intentionally make use of criticism for our good, for our own purpose, to suit us so that we learn, we pick the lessons. When people are seeing everything negative in a particular issue, you see something positive. That is what perspective is. So how can we get to this place where we don't handle criticism as a death sentence? How can we begin to thank you for joining us. How can we begin to handle criticism with grace? Number one, you must pause before you respond. So when someone is talking to you, probably the person is not using the right words, or the person is trying to criticize you, instead of jumping in, you should learn to pause. Take a deep breath before you reply. Because when you reply immediately without pausing or taking a deep breath, you might give a response you might not be proud of later on. So in order to deal with criticism with grace, number one, you must learn to pause before you respond. Number two, you must filter feedback. Ask yourself, when someone is giving you a feedback, ask yourself, is it a constructive feedback? Is this feedback helpful to me? Is it going to make me better? Is it going to make me learn? Is it going to make me to begin to look at something from a different perspective? Or is it just the opinion of this person? So we must learn to filter. If a particular criticism is constructive, then pick our lessons from it. Don't use the lens of, okay, I don't want to learn, you're criticizing me. No, some criticism might be constructive, even if the person is not seeing in the right way, but we must learn to filter it, pick our lessons from it, and move. Then the third thing we can do to respond with criticism with grace is to respond with grace. You know, when someone criticizes you, you should also thank the person for even pointing it out, because the person might lead you to a different perspective you never had idea of. Probably something you did not see, you did not observe. But because the person has pointed out something, you begin to look at that thing in a different way. So you can even learn to thank the person instead of fighting the person and saying, why are you talking about? Oh, thank you, I appreciate your effort, I appreciate what you're saying. Then the other thing we can do to respond with grace when we are criticized is to reflect and act. Now, apply useful insights without punishing yourself. We must learn to reflect. We must learn to turn criticism into growth, not shame. When someone criticizes you, look at it from the point of growth, from the point of perspective. What can I learn from it? So when you look at it from that way, you don't feel ashamed. You don't feel unworthy. You don't feel like, oh God, I'm a failure. No, we must reflect and ask ourselves, what are the lessons? What are the lessons of growth in this issue this person is trying to talk to me about? Then the other way we can respond with grace when we're criticized is to model confidence. We should model confidence as moms by showing that we can handle criticism, with calm. constructively. Model confidence. Don't be the one that is talking over someone because the person is trying to point out something to you. Model confidence. Have a good grasp of your emotion and respond with grace. Then we must remember, criticism doesn't have to hurt your confidence. Because someone criticizes you does not have to make your confidence less. Does not have to make your confidence low. It depends on how you see the perspective you see that criticism. But we can use criticism for our good to strengthen us. So has someone criticized you before? Have you felt down before? Have you felt pushed away before? You can use it for your strength. You can use it for your purpose. You can use it for your good. You can use it to strengthen yourself by responding with grace. When you show the world you're not going to back down. When you show the world you've got the confidence, you've got the resilience. When you show the world that your worth is not dependent on what they say. When you show the world that you are self-aware of yourself, you know who you are. You take criticism with grace, looking at it with the lens of a different perspective, the lens of growth. When you do that, you don't find yourself down. You don't find yourself feeling unworthy. You don't find yourself feeling like, oh, you're not good enough. But you see every opportunity, every situation as an opportunity for you to grow and for you to become as a mom. So I believe this video has been so helpful to you. Please like this video. Please share this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Renewed Parent Academy. And my name is Chioma Odikulu. I really do appreciate your time and I do not take your time for granted. Till I come your way next time, to have a great day and bye.